Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to the world by extension. Good morning to all those who are locked onto the street. 919 FM. Welcome once again to Nature's Touch Massage Therapy and Nutrition with Empress Judy and Associates. We are located at 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria, in this beautiful Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, located in the heart of the tropical Caribbean. So wherever you are this morning, and you are locked on to the number one station in our nation, the Street 919 FM. Thank you for joining me, Empress Judy, your host of Nature's Touch Massage Therapy and Nutrition. And for this, I always say we must give thanks to the Creator of life and all living things for sustaining us with good health, keeping us alive. Yes, we are alive and well in the land of the living, and for this we must give thanks. We do empathize and send out our condolences to all those persons who lose loved ones in whatever manner. A loss is a loss. But you know, we who are alive have a duty to take care of ourselves and others around us in whatever means and good ways that we can. We at Nature's Church bring you the good news of good health. And once you take it, as the Word of God states clearly, that healing is the children's bread. This morning, before we get into the program, I would like to extend happy Mother's Day greetings to all the mothers throughout the world, wherever you are. Be you a maternal mother, someone standing in, an aunt, there are great aunts who are like mothers to children. We have grandmoms who did the job just as a mother. We have even what you call stepmothers. I don't like to say that word, that person who's married to your dad, or, has a relationship with your father and grew you up. We give thanks for persons like that. We give thanks for persons like foster moms who open their arms and take in children and take care of them, ensuring their safety and their lives. They go to school and get an education, and you can return and give thanks one day to you. And even fathers who stand in the gap as mothers when the mothers are absent for whatever reason. They have been there holding the fort for them as well. We bless them with the blessings of not motherhood as in the female aspect, but standing in there in the space where mom and not there, and whoever else, the godmothers, like Princess is a godmother to some children, and she always, we all love them because she loved them so much that every one of us are attached to them. Right now she has a little godchild with us at home. It is nice. And Janella, good morning to Janella. And we also have a little brother who comes from time to time. We love you all. From the heart of everyone, we send in greetings to every one of you, to the mother of our nation, to everyone, to all mothers of the nation, everyone, doesn't matter what capacity, whatever job spec you hold, and you're a mother. We wish you the best of all Mother's Day, and we hope that you get all the gifts and love that you deserve. But one gift we would like you to have is a gift of good health. And I'll tell you why. If you are not enjoying good health, you may not be around for the next Mother's Day. Or if you are here, you might be lying in a bed, not feeling well, or very sick, and being nursed, and sometimes you are just lying there and waiting for that time to come. I want you to know that if you take care of your health, as a mother this morning, we're speaking to the woman, to the female, the mother. If you take care of your health, there are so many health issues that affect women globally, not only in Trinidad and Tobago, but on a global scale. They are affected with all sorts of disease and illness that affects their daily life and living. They are not able to function at the optimum level. As I said that, I remember I had a client based in the U.S. She's Trinidadian by birth, and she has migrated, and she lives in the U.S. with her husband. And she has 2 children. And one of the things she told me before she took the supplements from Nature's Touch, this is a woman's testimony. She said, Empress, before I took your supplements, I felt my energy level was 0. And I want to give thanks to a wonderful lady called Mrs. Lord, who told that lady's sister about Nature's Touch. And let me tell you the story. You know, Mrs. Lord, good morning to you, Mrs. Lord out there. Wonderful lady who always tell everyone as well. She told this young lady from her church who have had some health issues about Nature's Touch. And the young woman called and made an appointment, and she came. And then 2 days after, I got a call. And I answered her by name because you know her name was on the phone. And when I answered her, she said to me, Empress, do you take care of persons with cancer? I said, yes, it doesn't matter what disease or illness you encounter, we take care of you because we have the manual of creation, which is from the Word of God. And she said, well, I have a sister who has breast cancer. And she is in the, I said, and where is she? She says she is in the U.S. I say, well, how do I get to her? Is she coming to Trinidad? She said to me, no, Empress, she can't even move off her bed. She has been sick for the past year and a half, having treatment, but she's not getting improvement. She's going down. She can't even take care of her family as we speak. I said, but how do I get to her? Are you going up to the state? She said, no. She said, but fortunately, we have a brother who works on one of the airline, who he lives here, but he works on the airline in America, and he'll be back and forth, so he'll be able to take it to her. And 2 days' time, she called and said her brother will be coming home on a certain day, and I prepared the supplements that you can take back to his sister out there in the U.S. And that he did. And before you knew it, I got, this is now months and no years I'm speaking about, within a week time. We are not magicians. But you see, when you follow the instructions of the manual of the Creator who created this unique body, man didn't create this body, you know. Man could help take care of the body, as we all are what you call stewards of what God made. We are the ones to take care of it, but we cannot create the body. Our bodies were created by a supreme being whom we call God, the creator of life, who gave us life and knows every part of us. That is why he was able, and still is able, I just say the word was, I'm speaking about during creation, to place the herbs of the land for our healing. He said, healing is the children's bread. And you know what your bread is? Your bread is just, that keeps you, the nutritional balance. So you say bread. Bread doesn't mean only like that's the bread that we eat. It's what keeps you alive. Healing. When you are healed, is you are happy. When you're sick, you are down and you are worn and you stress out because every day you wake up. When you go to sleep and you wake up, sometimes people can't even sleep who are not well. But we give thanks for those of us who could have restful night. And those who can't have restful night, that's why we invite you to be part of healing. Tomorrow, God's willing, at Nature's Touch, we have a special on. But before I go into that, let me complete this with the lady. And the lady started taking the supplements. And I have never, ever gotten a message from her or her husband. Her husband is a very militant man. He's a Jamaican, and you know those Jamaican people are very firm and stern people. But one good thing is that he knew about the herbal way of life from his childhood. Even though he migrated into the U.S., he didn't throw away what was given to him by the Creator and his mom and dad and grandparents and everybody who passed it on to him. He remembered. So he was very happy when he heard. He said he didn't want her to go through no more of those treatment, those chemicalized treatment. Because you know sometimes when you have a treatment for something, it may help you. But then you have 10 other side effects. We give thanks to the Creator of life that what he produced for the world, what he created for us, there are no side effects with those things. Because it came from the Creator. In the book of Revelation stated that the herbs of the land was created. I want you all people to understand. Sometimes it pains my heart when people do not understand the word of God. And yet you are the same people who go and pray to God and beg God. I want to be healed. And when you get the message from somebody like myself, there are many other persons who deal with herbal way of health. I am not a herbalist, but part of our healing is a herbal way because we do more than just give you something to drink. We do body analysis. We analyze the body system. We look for the root cause of your problem. Many times people are treating that's the symptom of the problem. The symptom is what shows you or indicates to you that something isn't working well. But finding the root cause of any issue or any problem, that's how you are able to solve it. As in the way of mathematics. You can't just sit down and decide to do a math solution just like that. It wouldn't work. You have to find the method and the way to get it right. And if you don't get that, then you will get it wrong all the time until you find the right way. It's the same thing we do at Nature's Touch. When you come to us, we put you on our body analysis machine. Unfortunately, I couldn't put the lady on the machine, but I already knew what was happening because she was already being diagnosed as having that breast cancer. She even lose part of the breast already, but the healing wasn't coming and she was just going down more and more. And so I didn't have to put her on the machine, but she did came to Trinidad and get on that machine more than one occasion. Let me tell you something. That was in the month of June. And by the month of July, when school closed, she was able to get onto that plane, let's say in the early part of August, and came into Trinidad and Tobago and get into our machine. And we could have seen where healing. She was radiant. If you didn't know that's where she was, and you see the person, you would never believe what she went through because of healing through the natural way, nature's way, the creator's way, with the herbal supplement, all from the source of nature, right here locally in Trinidad and Tobago. And I believe in our local supplements, our natural herbal supplement, because I've seen what it has done for many thousands of people, even before Nature's Touch was in existence. That's the way our family took care of each other. We took care of each other, cleansing the body system, healing the body system. And if you have a need for massage therapy, cupping therapy, long ago they used to have the little candle and the candle was lit and placed on that part of the body, and then there was a glass placed there, and it would have suctioned it with the heat, and then the flame would have gone out and pull. And when you come out of that, if you was vomiting, you no longer vomit. We used to call it the butchet. In the Indian community, it is called the nara, but it's the same. It's just different words and languages. And we do more than that. Doesn't matter what is a problem, we are able to have you taken care of. I have a visiting friend who I met in the year 2007. We both used to live in the same building together. And when she came there with her young son, we became friends. And she has migrated and lives in Canada now. And she called me a few years ago and told me that she was having some issues with her fingers, those autoimmune disease that attacks the body system. I said, the reason why you're having this problem because your body isn't clean, in the sense you need to detoxify, get the body clean. Because when you eat and you eat and you drink and you drink, take for example, I always like to draw illustration that you could understand. If you have a home and you are not cleaning and dusting and wiping the louvers and cleaning your toilet areas and the kitchen and everywhere that needs to be cleaned on a regular basis, it will become very unfriendly in your sight according to the person you are. You would feel very uncomfortable living in that environment. You'll have to get it clean. You say, no, I'm not accustomed to this. But if you leave it, it will become dusty and it will hold a lot of infections. And because when you have all these dust mites around you, they cause you to become sick very easily. They compromise your immune system and you become sick on a regular basis. But if you clean regularly, you'll find that your health will be more intact. I said this to say the same thing that happened with the human body. If you don't clean the body system, all the toxic waste is going to go into your joints and your bones, and then you are going to say, my health provider say, I have this and I have that. Yes, you have all those things, but the problem is not having those things is the problem, is what did you do to encounter these things? You are given a name because you have a name and I have a name. Well, what do you do about the problem? And that's where Nature's Touch comes in. When you come to us, we are able to take care of things. And she told me about a situation where she got a bit of swelling, something, like a tumor on her side. And she told me since she had her first baby, which is 19 years of age, and now she has a little girl like 10. And it got worse after she had a second pregnancy, a female health issue. And I put her on the machine and I saw the problem. And then I took her into the room, the massage room, and I started doing a procedure there. And when she left us, that swelling that was there went away. I am not a magician. We do not do magic, but we do what we have been blessed by the creator of life. And she's just one of the many people. I'm speaking about something that took place this Monday here. She was able to say, I can't wait to go back to show my help providers out in Canada what you did with something that I have for so many years. And they told me I have to have it all the time unless I do surgery. But she did not want to go through that procedure. And she knew, and it's good to know that friends can trust you or loved ones can trust you. My mother comes to Nature's Touch. I give thanks for that. My mother is age 80. Happy Mother's Day to my mom, who lives out there in New Grant, Estelle Charles, better known as Va. She's my mom, and she'll be celebrating yet another Mother's Day in a healthy way. She must be in her garden. No, just came out of her garden. She's 80 years of age, and she goes there. You can't catch her in bed early morning. She's out of her bed early and cutting down the land and planting and doing all that stuff. We give thanks for good health. And I trust that my brothers and sisters and all of us will follow in her footsteps. We have came from a family of long life, good health. We give thanks for good health because we follow the instructions of the manual of creation. Anytime you have to deal with anything, if you have a machine and you do not follow the instructions that that machine say that you should do, how you should use. For example, I have a washing machine. And that washing machine, we cannot put powder soap in it. We have to use only liquid soap of a certain level as well too. And if you decide to do otherwise, you will find that when you put that powder soap in the machine, it will stay and all attached to your clothing. Even though it went through rinsing and all the processes, it will not wash properly. And it will damage your machine as well in the long term because it will clog all the filters and then you will be in problems. It's the same thing that happened to the human body, where we do not follow the instruction of the creator of life, and we follow our own ways, which lead us to destruction. That's why the word of God says, man prefer to follow traditions of men rather than the word of God. Sometimes loved ones tell you, let's go the natural way. Let's go. Look, I'm not a God, I tell people. I follow the instructions of the creator. And somehow our people do not understand these things. We do what we want and we pay dearly with our life in the end. Because we refuse to be obedient to the word of God. We do our own things, and when we do our own things, we pay with our life. But before we pay, we have a lot of pain and sorrow and grief. Not only from you who is lying there, Because sometimes when you're sick and you make up your mind, well, if I have to die, I'll die. Sometimes you come to that conclusion because you want to get out of the pain. But your loved ones who are alive, they feel the pain because they want to lose you. Who want to lose a loved one? But it happens. But do not look at your health and take it for granted. Too many times people put off their health and do everything else except taking care of their health. They do what they want to do and not what is instructed to do. Sometimes you are told to come, and you do come. Sometimes some persons feel good. I was speaking to a relative yesterday, and I was saying to her, I said, I don't know why we do this. I said, I know it's a human being behavior. We not feeling well. Take, for example, you have a toothache, and you will get your tooth, you'll get some medication for your tooth. To pass the pain, you might get the medication that will carry down the swelling, the antibiotics, and then you'll get some pain tablets, and then you feel good. There's a call on the line. Let me take this call. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Empress. Wonderful program. This is one of your customers from Trin City enjoying the program.
Thank you very much, Trin City, and good morning to all the folks in Trin City. Will you be coming by tomorrow for the Mother's Day special at Nature's Touch?
Yes, I'm going to call Princess right now to book my spot. You know, I do not miss none of your specials. I don't miss. So I'm going to
Excellent.
call Princess right now.
Yes, call.
Wonderful program.
Right, and call Princess at the landline. The number to call Princess or Dwight at the landline, that's 241-7568. Those of you who wish to be part of that dynamic program tomorrow morning at Nature's Touch, and those of you who are listening, you wish to call the numbers right now as that client did from Trinity, 342-0081. That's 342-0081 466-5391. Call those numbers and book your space. The best gift you can give your mother is a gift of good health. Sealing and securing her being there for many, many, many years to come. Do not take life for granted. We take life for granted too much. We take persons for granted too much. And then when they are gone, we feel the pain and we feel the grief. And we say, oh God, why I didn't take a little time out for my busy schedule to spend a little time with my mom, with my grandmother, with my husband, with my friend. We take people for granted too much. And when they are gone, that's it. Let's love one another. Let's embrace love. Those of you who are giving gifts to our godmother, our aunt, our mother-in-law, our sister-in-law, our daughter, whatever family related, and you consider that person, you say, you know what? I have to buy a gift. Give them a gift of good health first. Seal their very existence on the planet Earth, that they will be here for a long time to come. We are not forever, but we could stay a long time because, you know, I always have to refer to the word of God, which I live by, which I stand on. Good morning to Minister Small out there in the Princeton, New Grand area, Indian Walk area, St. Mary's, Maruga Road, Western Trace, all the folks out there. Good morning to you all. I always have to call upon the word of God because, you know, it's important to understand that without God we are nothing. We are nowhere in our life. We could be who? We could have the best title on this earth. The president, the prime minister, the king, the queen, the priest, the police officer, the biggest level, the rank, in the army, the commander, whatever capacity, the teacher, the principal, the head nurse in the hospital, the doctors who are there, every one of us, we are mere human. God is a supreme being that is greater than we are. And we have to acknowledge the supreme being, which is God, the creator of life. And in his words, he states that the time frame for mankind is 10. A score is 20. 3 scores will give you 60 plus 10, 70 years of age. And if by reason of strength, how you take care of your body, I'm not speaking about dying in another way. I'm talking about dying from a disease or illness because you did not take care of your health. You failed miserably as a human being. You did not listen to a program. There are people who don't listen to health programs. They only listen to gossip, things that does not contribute to the very existence or that of the loved one. He says, she said, they say. And when it comes to a health program, they all recede because they do not want to hear it until their backs are against a wall. When their health is being challenged, when their very existence is being challenged, there are people who never in their entire life took a cleanse. Those of you who have mothers, sisters, nieces. Now tomorrow, God's willing at Nature's Touch, if you are male, you could come along as well. It is celebrating the mothers. Without you men, we wouldn't have mothers. Because we need both male and female that we can reproduce and have children in the world. And if there is none, if one is missing, that it wouldn't happen. So even though you may hear we speak about the Mother's Day special, it's special for every one of us to be here. Because without each other, we would not be part of this world. But we just celebrate the mothers. You will not be taken away. You will be there to support them when you are in good health, the male, the man. If you are not there to support, we will miss you. Right? So we need every one of our family. Stop putting away yourself and say, I will come one of these days We offer group plans where you can take care of your health together rather than you saying, well, it's too much for me right now, I'll wait. And you don't know what's taking place in your body system. Just that loved one being sick is a challenge for you, and it affects your mental capacity. It affects you so much that you won't even know. You forget and you think it's okay. You feel sick, but you don't say a word because you have to take care of your husband, your mother, your father, that loved one. And you ignore your feelings until you die before them. I say, but he was good. He was taking care of her. Or she was taking care of each other. I am saying this to say, take care of each other. Love one another. Preserve your health. So, back to the street scores and 10, 70 years. If by reason of strength, meaning how you take care of your body, you'll be able to continue life until that time comes where you will pass away peacefully. You will not be diagnosed with cancer. You will not be diagnosed with fibroid. You will not be diagnosed with cysts in the reproductive system. You will not be diagnosed with brain tumor, cancer in the breast, cancer in the uterus, cancer in the rectum. We have had all these things happening to people because you fail miserably to take care of your health. You did everything else in the world, and you allow your body, you are not recognizing that without you, everything else, your God and you comes first. I keep saying that to people. At the time, people say, I'm sacrificing myself to take care of my family. But when you are gone, would you be there to continue to take care of them? You have to make sure that you are good. And then you'll be able to extend that arm to everyone else around you. We always sacrifice ourselves, especially our health. Yeah, you can sacrifice some money if you have some money and a loved one need or a friend or a neighbor or somebody along the way needs something, and you can say, you know what? I could give something to somebody because they have a need. But you cannot give away your health and taking care of somebody. How would you continue to do that? Your health comes first. Your health is unique to you. Your health is your stamp of your very existence on this planet Earth. We have so many diseases and illnesses that affects the female. And you sit down complacently and say, well, they tell me I have this and they tell me I have that. That is not what you're supposed to do as a person. You are supposed to take care of your health. There are so many disease and illness that affects the female. And you all just sit down and say, well, I've been diagnosed with this, and you take it for granted, not understanding that you must take care of your health. It is important. Cleanse the body system. Remove all those toxic waste that has been embedded in the body system, in the female reproductive system. It makes some people have children and they develop these things after, because all those are residue in the body. As we move around and live, there are processes and functions taking place in our system internally. But all some of you look at is at the external self. You fix your face, you go to the hairdresser, you get your hair done, you do your nails, you put all the nice skin cream and everything on your body system. Nothing is wrong with taking care of yourself. Have your nice shoes, your slipper, your nice dresses, and so. You are dressing externally. But internally, you have not addressed the internal setting of your body. And when the internal setting is affected, all those organs in the body are affected because you did not take care of one. They belong to you. And when one of an issue, it affects the others. So don't think it's just you're diabetic, full stop. When you are diabetic, it affects your heart, your kidney, your liver, your very thoughtful function. Your brain is affected because your brain cannot produce, tell the area, that the part of the body that produces insulin, I need this in my body naturally. So there are so many things you do not know. We just live because again, as I said, you do not pay attention to programs like these where you can listen and understand and learn and educate yourself about your health. You do everything else except taking care of the most important aspect of your life. I would like to speak a bit about it's 10:34 and counting. We finish at 10:55 a.m. So it's 10:34, so we have some time. Female reproductive health issues include a wide range of conditions affecting fertility, menstruation, and overall well-being. Most notably, we have PCOS, uterine fibroids, various cancers, cervical and ovarian cancers. These issues often driven by hormonal imbalances, infections, STIs, or structural problems frequently caused by symptoms like chronic pelvic pain, heavy bleeding, and infertility. Let's look at polycystic ovary syndrome, a hormonal disorder causing enlarged ovaries with small cysts, leading to irregular period, acne, and infertility. And you see that word acne, people think, okay, I always have acne. That's your blood telling you that your blood is so dirty. It needs to be clean. That's why it's showing out on the skin. These things come from inside out on your skin. And you rush off and you get something and you rub it. It may go away for 2 days and it reoccur because you have not dealt with the root cause of your problem. You leave these things to fester in the body system. And repeatedly over and over, and they become chronic. Since I know myself, I've never had a button on my skin. Since I've known myself from a child up till present. Never had those things. No acne. I don't know about those things that people speak about because our foundation from my family is what have us where we can stand now and I can say my skin is smooth as silk. There's no issue with my skin. Not ever. Why? Because our bodies were cleansed internally. Clean the blood. Long ago when we were children. And your grandmom or your mother or somebody see you itching and scratching. We don't say, she allergic, she have allergies, and you leave it full stop. When Princess was a little, much younger, she had a lot of, she grew up in the country and she used to have a lot of allergies. And sometimes they have to rush her off to the hospital. She was allergic to connecting with meat. Since she was like 2 years of age, she had a breakout on her skin. She was staying with a friend while I was working, and they had pork and season, and well, you know, people eat the food and stuff like that. And she took her to the doctor. When she saw these blotches, she called me and she said, I'm taking her to the doctor. And she went. I was at work. And she took her. And the doctor said to her, keep her away from these foods. She has an allergy to it. But that is not just the foundation of it all. What was needed, she needed to cleanse her system properly. And she have never had that. Now, 1 or 2 times she got it while she was in the countryside, and they would have called me. And I would say, hey, you know, the modern way, my sisters, and they would say, be taking her to the doctor. I said, bring her for me. And I took care of her. And she never had that reoccurrence ever again. Because she could be around and she's not eating it, but she could be around it now. Not because she grew it out, you know. It's because we took care of the health, the natural way, herbal way. We give thanks for the creator of life for blessing us with the wisdom and the knowledge and the skills. I always say to people who didn't come to Nature's Touch miss out on the best part of their life where health are concerned. Because you never leave the same way you come in. You leave happy. Because we give you the information that is required. And we don't just tell you. When people tell me about coming to Nature's Touch and they just want to do a test, I said, that's not how we operate. You could go anywhere and get a test done. But when we see where we get the result, we deal with it. And I could promise you, when you come again on that machine, those things that were issue is something of the past. But it don't stop right there. You have to continue. Maintenance of your health is important. Cleansing of the body system is done on a quarterly basis. Not when you feel to. Not when you're 60 years of age and you did it last time 10 years. And when you grow older, yes, I didn't like how that tastes. And you walk away from it, and then you put yourself in a health jeopardy, a health crisis down the road. Because you're hardened and you want to do your own thing. And it is not you alone who pay. If you alone pay the price, it's okay. Your loved ones, your friends. When a friend calls and says she's not feeling well, you don't say, well, all right, good, I eating, I drinking. You feel away too. You are stopped in your track because you say, oh, God, girl, what you could do about it? You feel away when your friends tell you your co-worker can't come to work and you're all good at work and they're sick because they did not take care of their health. Your sister, your brother, your niece, your nephew, whoever that person might be. It affects you because we all are living in the same space. And we feel lost at loss when things affect us all. Prevention is better than cure. Do not wait until things happen to you. You do not have to be sick to come to Nature's Touch. That's why I'm inviting those women and even the men folk, bring your mother. 2 days ago, I got a call from a gentleman who wants to bring his mother tomorrow at Nature's Touch, God's willing, for a gift. She's aged. She's in her late 80s, going to 90s, and every day he visits his mom. He don't make joke with his mother. And he called, and his daughter has my number, and he called her, and she said, Daddy, want your number to bring my grandmom to you for a gift Mother's Day. Tomorrow morning at Nature's Touch, God's willing, we are there from 7:30 a.m., opening our doors to you all. Next year, please go at the same time when Mother's Day is celebrated again. I want you all to be able to say, I thank God that I took my mom. We have the feet spa therapy. Those feet of mommy went so many miles, thousands of miles, taking care of you and the other family members. Some of moms go to work, they work hard. They're tired when the evening comes, they're worn out. The veins are bulging on their feet because they sit all day. Or some people have to stand all day in some workplaces to make $1 to take care of their family, to assist in their care. And you leave them there and you don't think about you buy all the things. Nothing is wrong with a cell phone. Nothing is wrong with a tablet. Nothing is wrong with a car. Nothing is wrong with buying a house for your mother, whatever. But how do they enjoy these things when they are filled with disease and illness? And you can have first taken care of their health. Take a little bit of it and take care of their health. We have a special on tomorrow at Nature's Touch, God's willing. And all these things we speak about here, we take care of it. We put you on the machine and we see what's happening with you. And then we make the recommendation with the supplement and the therapies that are required. Some of you stand on your feet and you have fibroids and you have to work. And the feet is swollen. And you know what you do? You put on a stocking on your foot. That is pacifying the problem. What you have to do is deal with the root cause, get internally, and get that circulation moving. The stocking may help a bit, but it does not deal with the problem totally. Put it on a socks, put it on a stocking, keep the foot warm, but then you are restricting the movement, the blood flow, which is already restricted. Think about it. We do a lot of things because somebody tell us, but have you looked into what you have been doing? Yes, you could put on the stockings for support, but take care of your health first. Cleanse the body system. Remove all those waste products in the body and allow your blood to flow. All these issues with these female, with all these clumps and clots in the body system is because the blood cannot flow. Blood is life. And when these things pile up together and the blood cannot pass through that area, it affects you with pain and all kind of infections and discomfort because the blood is a circular motion and it cannot do the job. Your womb needs blood. People not understanding these things. Every part of you, in order to function, to stay alive, needs blood. That's why some people have amputations. Because when there's no longer blood flow in that area, your doctor have to remove it because it will kill you. You'll become septic. And you'll go into septic shock and you will die. Sometimes you rush off too late. Stop staying away from taking care of your health. Place your health first and foremost. As we continue. We were speaking about this. Another one called uterine fibroids, non-cancerous tumors in the uterus that can cause heavy menstrual bleeding, pelvic pressure, and lower back pain. Oh, my back hurts. I always say my back hurts, my boy. And you're not taking time out. You're buying all the nice clothes and you have your fancy nails. Nothing is wrong with these things I'm speaking about, Take care of the internal first. And then you could take care of all these outside things that you like to use. But you're failing and you're using your little money you have to dress up sickness, to disguise disease and illness. And you like a fruit looking good on the outside when you cut it. Like a time I bought a pineapple. And you always have to cut off 3/4 of the pineapple because internally maybe when they were being packaged fell. You wouldn't see the problem when it is green. But internally it was damaged and you had to cut off 3/4 of it. So then you got a mango, and when you cut the mango, it's rotting on the inside. An apple, all these things have issues. It's the same thing happened to the human. So you have to address the internal setting of the body. And not make excuses. They say, I have to live with this for the rest of my life. You have back pain, sciatica pain, all these things. You cannot function. You cannot be in your optimum way of life and having all these issues. There are a lot of female who has fibroids. These days when you see a young woman, their tummy is big. My mom is 80 years of age and her tummy is flat. And I see young women in their 20s and early 30s. And they have distended stomach because they're not cleansing the body system as they should. And you are piling up all these things. And then when you have a problem, you want to rush off to the hospital and you want to fight the doctor and the nurses if you think that they're taking enough time with you or the time that you want to be there or you're feeling pain. But you could have prevented that from happening. But you fail because you're too busy doing other things rather than listening to a program like this and calling the numbers 398-8282. Call that number. Find out what the special entails, and I'll tell you, it entails going on and getting a full body analysis. And I tell people, after the Creator, God is that machine. It's so accurate as today is Friday. It's accurate as that. We don't have to ask you no set of questions. And we put you on. It's non-invasive. There's no issue, no radiation to connect with your body. It's non-invasive and it works like today is Friday after God the Creator is that machine. And it gives you distinct information. If you have an issue with your finger, it will tell you more than your finger, why your finger get there, not just your finger. We deal with more than the symptom. It goes to the root cause and show you what's taking place with your blood, with your heart, with your kidney, with your liver, with your reproductive system, both male and female. It gives you all this information. And you can say yes, and then you say yes, and I really felt that way. Because it brings you back to thinking, yes, there are people who came with issues for many, many years. As I told you about my friend, 19 years, and we were able to see the issue and deal with it. I had a gentleman who came to us many years ago. 40 years ago, we had that problem, an issue with a lump on his leg, and we were able to take care of it. There have been so many people coming with issues. They're having problems, constipation, and they have done everything else. And when we put them, we say, look your problem. You might be going off when you take one of those stool softeners. But you know your problem is? Impacted fecal matter on the walls of the colon that has not been addressed. The natural herbal supplement from the source of nature removes all those things gently and doesn't leave you with any issue more than feeling. The issue you have is feeling good. Not having to 5, 6, 7. There's a gentleman came to us some time ago and he said to me, this is the 9th day he hadn't gone to the washroom to defecate, to pass feces to number 2, as we say locally. And we look at him and we saw all the issues he had, and we gave him the supplements, and they went their way. It was a Saturday morning, and they told me, well, they had to go to church, whatever. And the Tuesday morning, I decided to call to see how they were doing, because I was very concerned about him. Somebody 9 days didn't have a toilet called to defecate, to pass fecal matter. That's poison in the body system. That's waste product being embedded there. And when I called, I got his wife answering the phone, and she said to me she was outside taking care of some plants. And when she go inside, she said he didn't take it until this morning, which was a Tuesday morning. I said, okay, I thought he took it yesterday. She said, no, he took it this morning. But she has been outside for a little while taking care of the plants. So when she go back inside, she will find out from him, and she'll call and let me know. And in about 20 minutes time after that, she called me, and she said, Empress, he said when he took it, in 15 minutes time, fill the toilet bowl with all that impacted fecal matter on the walls of the colon that have been there causing havoc, blocking processes. We give thanks to the Creator for providing us with the necessary herbal supplement, all from the source of nature, straight from creation, the God of creation. It's 10:49 and counting. We'll be here out of here at 10:55. I want you all to call the numbers or send a message. Now, let me give you some information with reference to where you can find us. We are located in the Barataria area. Those of you know who Jumbo Food Supermarket, we are very close. If you're coming from San Juan N, we are the street on the right, obliquely opposite the ID card office. Not next to, there's a street next to, not the street next to, the street on the opposite side. So let's say you're coming from San Juan End, it's on the right-hand side. 7th Avenue. If you look good on the first mile pole area there, around that area, you will see a sign saying, "This way to Nature's Touch." Opposite is where is the Election and Boundaries Commission office, painted in blue, and we are on this side. If you come in from the Port of Spain end or anywhere on that end, western end, we are on the left side. So soon after you pass a few buildings coming up the road, normally people will call and we'll give them direction. We are the street on the left before Jumbo Food Supermarket. So you can't miss us, and we are just about 1 minute drive into our street. Nowhere should be too far where your health are concerned. Because when you're ready to get on a plane and go on vacation, you get on a plane and you go all about in the world and have your fun time. But you are not prepared to take care of your health. Good morning to the folks in Tobago. Do not stay in Tobago and say, "That's too far," and suffer. Nowhere is too far, because you all just get on plane and you go Florida, you go Miami, you go in New York City, you go Canada, you go China, you go Nigeria, you go wherever you want to go. But when it comes to your health, we all have excuses. That's too far. Nowhere should be too far for your health. To ensure that you can travel the world when you are healthy. When you're sick, you go nowhere more than in your sick bed or in the hospital bed and wait to either get better or die. It's 10:52 and counting. Tomorrow at Nature's Touch, God's willing, you got go on have a full body analysis done. Then you go on to the feet spa therapy, get all those feet and those veins and those swollen limbs and those tired feet seen, cleaned. Remove all those waste product, those all your heel with all those impacted dead skin that has been there with our beautiful spa, which is the only one of its kind. The Empress Exotic Citrus Fruit Feet or Hand Detox Spa. And then you get the most soothing, healing, amazing massage done. You get your colon cleanse, you get a bottle of detox cleanse. We also have other supplements available, but that's in the package. Call and find out what's the cost of that package. And that's not all. When you return, you get a free feet spa. You could come again the next day and say, "I would like to get another feet spa." Absolutely free. So there's no reason why you should stay home tomorrow, God's willing. Find your way to Nature's Touch. Take care of your health. Stamp your mark of existence on this planet Earth that we live on. Keep yourself healthy. Keep yourself vigilant. You could be able to think. When you are sick, you cannot think. You are confused. You say, "Oh God, my brain is working good. I am feeling good." You have the opportunity before you to call us at the numbers 398-8282 or the office number 241-7568. The office number is a straight number. It doesn't have any WhatsApp messages there. But you can call the 398-8282. Leave a message if you find it busy. Say, "Empress, I listen to the program. I would like to be there. I would like to bring along my mom, my sister, a good friend who has been like a mother to me, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my aunt, whoever that person might be to you." Or even the male could come along with their loved ones and be part of healing, because we need each other. It's, I'm almost out of here. There's a few more seconds. So I want you to take care of that health, but by coming to Nature's Touch tomorrow, please God, for that Saturday morning special. Wherever you all are, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, wherever you may be this morning. All those who standing, good morning to you. Happy Mother's Day on Sunday, but we celebrate tomorrow, God's willing, at Nature's Church. We look forward for you. Love to you all. I'm Empress Judy. Just counting down the seconds. It's 10:54 and counting. We leave at 10:55. Good morning to my sisters, all who are mothers, everyone else, Miss Glenda Avenel, everyone. Happy Mother's Day to every one of you. Love to Sherry and my sister Aline. Everyone, have a good one. Love, love, Donna, and everybody. I'm out of here. Keep well. Bye-bye.
Youth Health Caravan invites you to join us live on the Street 919 FM every second and fourth Friday morning from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. We are located at number 3, 7th Avenue North via the Eastern Main Road, Barataria. For further information, please call or WhatsApp the numbers 398-8282 or our office numbers 241-7568 and 310-8671. Remember, at Nature's Touch, your health is our responsibility.
This is Rep Your District, brought to you by District TT Media, a soul-stirring television series celebrating the heartbeat of Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean.
Each story we tell is woven with the threads of tradition and innovation, shaping the future of Trinidad and Tobago's creative industry and beyond.
Now airing exclusively on Vibes TV, streaming in St. Martin, Guyana, Cayman Islands, Bermuda, British Virgin Islands, Trinidad and Tobago, and St. Eustatius.
Tap into our platforms. Join the movement. Rep Your District, where Caribbean culture comes alive.
TechFlex TT Limited, the #1 computer store in Trinidad and Tobago, has all your tech needs. We have the latest computers, powerful MacBooks, and affordable Chromebooks for school and work, providing new and refurbished options to suit everyone's budget. Also, we carry a variety of printer options and ink solutions for your home and office needs. Need repairs done? Our experienced technicians can solve your tech problems. Visit us now at any of our 2 locations, Wilson Road, Scarborough, next to Royal Castle, or Penco Street, Montrose, Chagonas. Call 235-4919 for more info. TechFlex TT Limited. Affordable tech. Exceptional service.
The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Commanding General Yohana, Trinidad and Tobago. Our school is open. Call in all the 12 tribes. Join us in our classes Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Sabbath service on Saturday. We are located at LP #1, Morris Street, Point 410, Trinidad and Tobago. Feel free to contact us at 868-479-8286. Or please email us at isupktrinidad@gmail.com. Join us and experience that true brotherhood, sisterhood, that love, that compassion you have always been searching for. ISUPK, Trinidad and Tobago. Shalom.
The Embassy Yacht is back and ready to transform your events into unforgettable experiences. Launched from King's Wharf, San Fernando, the perfect starting point for an epic experience of luxury, music, and celebration on the open water. By booking our vessel, your event will include a house DJ, state-of-the-art sound system, fully stocked bar, dedicated cleaning crew, top-notch security. This isn't just a venue, it's a floating masterpiece designed to make your event the talk of the town. Imagine your guests dancing under the stars, drinks in hand, with breathtaking views of the coastline as your backdrop. From birthdays to corporate events to exclusive parties, the Embassy Yacht offers promoters a unique platform to create unforgettable memories and boost your brand's reputation. Call or WhatsApp 399-5959 or email embassycruises@gmail.com.
Trendsetter Goofy.
a system called Babylon today. So many youths them caught up in vanity. Simple iron books, let we show them our way. See, hype and violence, that's not the way. Come like we teach them, like we use them how to pray. But I lock up in a prison, gone in a cemetery. I thank you, Jack, for guiding my way. Even them a try to stop me, help me hold the straight. Even when me pocket empty, guide me again. Tell them watch out for the enemy. Simple
Trendsetter Goofy.
Then I want see me prevail. So they say they're gonna talk me. It's only church I could guide my way. In this a system called Babylon today. So many youths them caught up in vanity. Simple iron books, let we show them our way. See, hype and violence, that's not the way. Come like we teach them, like we use them how to pray. But I lock up in a prison, gone in a cemetery. I thank you, Jack, for guiding my way. George, guide me again. Even them a try to stop me, help me hold the straight. Even when my pocket empty, George, guide me again. Tell them watch out for the enemy. Then I want see me prevail. So they say they're gonna talk me.
Trouble come knocking, me no open. Me no let them lessen on my blessing. From me born